Let's finish off our mixing session by adding some Mixbuss compression. When I was going through the top-down setup, I already picked this compressor to use, but we didn't actually set up the compression. We left the threshold too high and the ratio was set to 1, so no compression was happening. The reason we did this was so we could get the saturation model of the compressor into the mix. Then when all of the levels of our mix are set in stone, that's when I personally like to set up the mix compression. Because if you do it earlier, you will end up having to retouch up the threshold throughout the mixing session due to levels changing as you add processing. Right, let's fire through the settings that we're using here. We have the slowest attack available to us. For the release, we have a medium speed, and the ratio is set at just over 2, giving us a subtle reaction when the compressor actually compresses. These types of settings have a glowing type of quality with the FG Red. The initial transients aren't compressed as much due to the slower attack, and the release will subtly let the gain reduction ease off after each transient. I try to set up the release in such a way that the gain reduction fully recovers just before the next transient will trigger compression again. This way, the compressor is essentially locked into the rhythm of the music. I advocate setting this by ear rather than looking at the needle, but obviously use it as a guide to get you in the right ballpark. Let's take a listen to what the compressor is doing. On the quieter sections, the compressor is leaving the track alone. Now, as soon as the percussion comes in, we're tapping it at about 1 decibel gain reduction at first. But as the track gets more intense, we get up to about 4 to 5 decibels gain reduction, which for a Mixbuss compressor, I think in this instance is enough. As I said, it's just adding some glue at the end. You can hear that clearly when the orchestral impacts come in, which were mixed higher than the rest of the percussion. Now that's practically everything for our mix. I will be going through some automation that was done, and we'll also go through how the track was mastered. So thanks for watching, I'll catch you next time.